Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about one thing that you should add to your diet today if you want to live longer. Um, the one thing we're talking about, it does help increase longevity. All right, but and I'm going to explain why. It has 7 amazing benefits. And this is definitely a golden nugget. Super simple, but you do want to add this immediately. And what I'm talking about is increasing the amount of fiber that you take in every day. All right. One thing I've always harped on is that we got to make sure we get at least 5 to 7 servings of vegetables every day. All right. Vegetables do contain fiber. There's 2 different types of fiber. There's soluble fiber and insoluble fiber. You need both of them. The fibrous vegetables, things that typically are stocky, like I said, a little more, fibers, those are typically going to be higher in insoluble fiber, okay, which again, you do need because it's going to increase the roughage, which will help with bowel movements and things like that. Now, soluble fiber is extremely important as well, too, but just fiber in general, there's the 7 things that it's going to help out tremendously with. One is it does help relieve constipation. Okay, so if you find yourself constipated, make sure that you are adding fiber to your diet. Not only in the form of fruits and vegetables, and especially make sure you get enough vegetables, and like I said, about 5 to 7 servings a day. I'm going to show you. This is actually one that I add in to my diet, and we'll talk more about that as well too. I get this just right off Amazon. But here's the thing, so it does relieve constipation. What it does is that fiber is going to help to soften the stool. All right, so it is going to expand it, so it's going to make the stool bigger, but it's going to soften it so it passes through your colon a lot easier. Another thing it does do is it does help if you have diarrhea. It helps reduce diarrhea. It absorbs water as well as increases stool side, and that's the soluble fiber that increases the absorption of water. Okay, now other things that it helps with that are extremely important. You know what? If you're a diabetic, you better be increasing your fibers. One thing that you need in your diet, and typically a diabetic should be taking 20 to 30 more grams per day compared to what a regular person should be taking in. But here's the thing. So fiber helps to bind sugar, but it lowers your blood sugar, all right? And what it does is it slows the digestion or the movement of food through your system, all right? So it's going to decrease blood sugar and insulin as well. Another extremely important thing is that it's going to help to lower your cholesterol levels, all right? Soluble fiber is going to bind with bile acids, all right? So it's going to take those bile acids out of your body. Why is that important? The reason is that your body's liver, which makes cholesterol, all right, is going, and also bile acids. So what it's going to do, it's going to use the cholesterol, all right, to increase or to make more bile acids that the fiber is binding and taking out. But because it's making more cholesterol, it's going to lower your blood cholesterol down. It's something, again, if you have high cholesterol, make sure that you're increasing your fiber intake. And we'll go over, how much fiber you should be taking in. It's also going to protect your heart, all right? So fiber will decrease your triglycerides, all right? It's going to decrease your blood pressure, and the research and studies show that also it's going to decrease your heart disease due to everything that we've talked about so far, okay? And it's also going to help with weight loss. The research shows that it's going to decrease your body fat percentage, should decrease it by about 4% over time. Of course, there's other things you have to do as well too, but what they found in the research is that adding the fiber in did decrease body fat percentage by about 4%. Now, what happens is that, and honestly, when you increase your fiber intake, and if you, again, this is the one that I use, and I've noticed this tremendously, is that I add it in this foods, and actually I add it to my protein shakes. It makes you feel fuller longer. All right, so it's going to increase satiety. Your cravings are going to go down. You're not going to feel like you can eat as much. So what'll happen is actually it's easy to reduce your calories down when you increase your fiber intake, just because you're going to feel fuller longer. You're not going to feel like you can eat as much. So it's going to help decrease your calories, which will also help with weight loss as well too. It also has a prebiotic effect. All right, so it increases the amount of good bacteria in your colon, and what the research shows there is that it's also effective in helping to treat people who have ulcerative colitis and also Crohn's disease as well. Honestly, guys, it's so easy to add in, to your diet, because all you're doing is give an example. So with this one that I use, there's in 1 tablespoon, there's 8 grams of fiber. All right, so if you take and increase your fiber intake, what you want to do is you want to take about 5 to 10 grams 3 times a day. All right. Taking that type of dosage, somewhere, you want to take somewhere around an extra, 20 grams a day. That's what's going to help with all the conditions I just listed. And again, the research shows that when you're closer to that extra 20, 25, 30 grams, that's when those numbers in your blood will start to drop down too, such as your cholesterol, your blood sugar, your triglycerides, blood pressure, all of that stuff. So again, make sure you add it in. Real quick though, don't, I know Metamucil, you guys have heard of using Metamucil because that has that soluble fiber. Don't go with Metamucil. It does contain aspartame, which has a whole host of other problems. Like I said, I'll show you guys one more time. So this is the one I use. It's actually comes, I get it from Amazon, but it comes off of some organic farms out of India. And that's actually, India is one of the main places where the plant is grown that you get the fiber from, for the soluble fiber that they make for psyllium. And that's what this is. This is the one I use as a psyllium husk, okay, and it comes in a powder form. So again, I hope that helps. Add that in, and you'll notice huge differences in the way you feel, and also, like I said, it's going to help with your blood work and your health in general, and weight loss as well. All right, well, you guys have a great day, and again, I hope that helps. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.